I am here today because I was challenged to do Utpluthihi, which is the last pose in the ashtanga yoga sequence, to hold it for 1 minute. And I thought, since I'm going here anyways, I might as well take advantage of the opportunity to do a little bit of a tutorial. Easier if you have the ability to do a full lotus. But if you don't do a full lotus, you can just come into whatever version of the pose you can, and then when you lift up, your feet just don't come off the ground. It's actually easier if you are able to do a lotus. So, after you come through with your legs straight out in front of you, I'm going to go ahead and take your lotus. So, closing the knee joint fully, bring the knee out to the side, and place the outer edge of your foot in that hip crease. Not forcing, listening to your body to get away from the wall a little bit so I can lean back. And you go ahead and close your other knee joint and slide your foot into place on the other side. And then you can kind of wiggle with your feet to get it to what's comfortable. Then by tradition, what would come next is you would take, so that was your right arm first, left leg, or right foot first, left foot is on top. You're going to take your left arm and reach for those toes. And I tend to take this hand, grab that elbow, and help this hand around. And then I kind of help tighten my lotus just enough so that I can get the other hand and reach around and grab for whatever I can. And right now I can just grab my baby toes. Then you exhale, you fold forward, bringing your head down to the mat, holding here, breathing nice and easy for 10 slow, calm breaths. You sit back up, you can release your feet. You bring your pointer finger and your thumb together, the other 3 fingers just kind of tightly meet up, and you drape your fingers down over your knee. Your arms are straight, your shoulder heads are rolling back, and you're reaching up with your sternum towards your chin. And you drop your chin down, and just keep in mind that your floating ribs might pop out. You want to keep integrity in your waist. So with your abdominal muscles, gently pull in those floating ribs towards your body. And you gaze down your nose for 10 more breaths here. Nice and easy. And then comes Utpluthihi. Okay, so before we do that pose, there's a couple of ways that sometimes I like to really wake up and make sure that my core is going to do some of the work. I want to make sure that my abdominal muscles, my pelvic floor, all of that is all working to help my arms, because by this point you've done so many vinyasas and so many other poses that put so much strain on your shoulders that you want to make sure that every part of you that can help out is helping out. So sometimes I like to just pull in the low belly, engage the pelvic floor, and use my hip flexors to lift my knees up as close to my chest as I can. And then another thing I like to do to kind of just get that feeling is to just kind of do like an air Utpluthihi, or this is actually more like a kukutasana or something, I don't know. Anyway, so pushing like this. There was a period of time where I had a lot of shoulder pain, and so I was doing it that way. And also you can use the wall here. I don't know if you can see me, but pushing into the wall and really pulling it in like that. So that's another way you can do it. So by tradition, you would just bring your hands down just behind your knees, and you're going to lean forward and just push into the ground, lifting your bum up off the mat. And if it doesn't come up off the mat, no big deal. You lift it or you push, and you just imagine, visualize that it's coming up, and you just keep breathing slowly for the full 10 counts during the leads, so that you're with the class, and it will come. Hang on. Timer for a minute for the challenge. So, Samantha and Grace, this is for you. Ready, go. So I actually recorded this before, and the video stopped. So I'm doing it again. And it's not feeling really good. Okay. Pelvic floor, pelvic floor. I don't think my core is doing as much work as I wanted to. Oh, I'm kind of losing it here. I lost it. Oh, it's just shy. All right, well, maybe I'll do it again later. But I'm done. If you're practicing with a teacher and you're in the count, and you drop down because you can't hold it, you want to rest, you'll probably be instructed to lift up. We're not done. And so you lift up a little bit more, trying to hold for the rest of the count, and then lower down. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.